Hi, this is Renee with Fraley Farm Mini Homestead. It is February 2024, and guess what, y'all? It is time for some rabbit breeding. So I'm going to show you guys the process and we will see how it goes. First thing, when you're dealing with rabbits and you're getting ready to breed, you want to make sure that they are the proper age for breeding. So I like for my rabbits to be at least 6 months old before I start to breed them. Some breeds you can possibly do a little bit earlier, but I like to stick around 6 months of age. Another thing too, I like to make sure that my rabbits are not related, but of course we're dealing with animals, y'all, and in nature a whole lot of stuff occurs that may not necessarily occur for what is accepted for humans. But when it comes to rabbits, again, I mean, it's your choice what you decide to do. If you are breeding for show rabbits, you want to definitely make sure they are not related. But sometimes people will breed for temperament, for color, for breed, for size, for whatever reason that you're breeding for. And in my situation, it's for meat. So I mean, it's pretty much self-explanatory here, y'all. But anyway, let's get at it and we'll go from there. One of the rabbits that I'm going to breed today, this is my doe. She is a New Zealand white California mix. She actually has had several litters before, and when you have a rabbit that has had babies in the past, whether it's mothered or fathered, we call them proven. So she is a proven doe, and actually I am going to breed her with a buck who has never had babies before. So he's older than 6 months of age, and that helps me to know if he is capable of having babies. So I've chosen her to breed with him because I want to know if he's ready to roll. He has all of the proper parts down in the location where they're supposed to be. So I want to see if they're working, y'all. All right, so what we do when you're breeding rabbits is you want to make sure that you take the doe to the buck's cage. You do not bring him to her cage because she is very, 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 very protective of her cage. And if another outside rabbit enters her cage, they may not make it out of the cage, or she might taste the rainbow and decide to eat his Skittles. So you have to be careful because a female rabbit will castrate a buck if she's not happy with him. And most of the time, I don't even want to take a chance, y'all, so I'm not going to even play with that. So I'm going to bring her to his cage, so we'll get this all set up here in a minute. This is the buck that I'm going to be breeding her with. He is spoiled rotten, and as soon as you open the door, he sticks his head out because he wants to chew on the tarp. Get back, Bubs. Now, when you are going to breed, you want to make sure that you completely empty the cage that the rabbits will be in, because you don't want to take a chance on a rabbit getting hurt or tripping or any type of injury. He is so rotten, y'all. I'm sorry. Gotta love on my babies here. Get back in there, Munchkin. So I'm going to be removing all of the contents of his cage, and then I will be bringing her over to his cage. I'm sorry if this camera is moving around quite a bit because it's kind of windy. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and place her inside his cage. There we go. And we'll kind of eyeball it here, see how they do. Now, my rabbits are pretty darn tame, y'all. She's being temperamental. Hopefully she'll let him breed her. Sometimes they'll lift and sometimes they won't. We'll give her a few seconds here and let me kind of close up and give them just a little tiny bit of privacy. Let me move these around just a little bit. Come on, y'all. Come on, mommy. Oh, come on here, girl. Come on, Bubby. Come on, Bubby. Give them a little bit of encouragement there. We'll see if anything will happen. A lot of times when the rabbits are first learning to breed, they are breeding every which way but where they're supposed to. Man, they be trying to mount the head and all kinds of crazy stuff. So we'll see if eventually he'll get the hang of it. Her boyfriend is on the other side of the hutch. She's not used to this dude here, so she may not get back inside, Bubs. She may not allow him to mount. Come on, mommy. Come on, mommy. And like I say, my rabbits are friendly, so I can put my hand in the cage, but I've seen some rabbits that I wouldn't even take a chance of sticking my hand inside the cage because sometimes you'll come back with a nub, especially if you have an aggressive buck. Come on, Bubs. Come on, Bubs. Come over here, check her out, Mommy. Check her out, Bubs. Don't be looking at me. Come here, Mommy. Yeah, she's growling and fussing and grunting and making all kinds of racket. She may not be wanting to breed, so we may have to try a different rabbit. And like I say, he's still pretty young. Come on, Bubs. You worrying about me. You catch her. Okay, she's lifting her back in. Let's see if he gets a fall off. A fall off is when your buck ejaculates, and you will definitely know. There you go. You see he is sort of contracted up. That's considered a fall off. So that was a successful ejaculation. It really only takes one time and then you have a pregnant rabbit, but I usually like to leave them in for 3 fall offs because that reassures you more that you have a successful breeding. When you're dealing with does, which is considered a female rabbit, their ovulatory cycle begins at the time of breeding. So it's not like a human female where we have ovulation a certain time of the month. You know, you can count your number of days or whatever, and then you'll know when the female is ovulating for the egg to be released. But when it comes to rabbits, they release their egg at the time that the breeding occurs. So he's kind of twitching and coming down into what we call the refractory period. Hi, Bubs. Don't come and look at me. I saw you. Yes, I'm dead. I sure did. I'm proud of you. Come on, Bubs. Come on. Come on back over here. Go finish your job, Bubs. Let's see if we get a round 2 out of him here. All right, she's lifting her pelvis. Let's see if we get a round 2 here. All right, second fall off. Hi, Bubs. That was good, Bubby. That was good, Bubs. Yeah. All right, once I get the third one, if she allows him a third time, then I will go ahead and remove her from the cage, and then we'll plan to breed the second set of rabbits. So again, if she has her babies, or she, you know, definitely conceives, then I will know he is considered a proven buck. So I will know that he is successful at making babies, because this is his first breeding. When you're breeding rabbits, you also don't want to wait until they're 100 years old, you know. So me personally, like I say, I like to start breeding around 6 months of age. I guess she is about 1.5 years old, and he is probably about right at 6 to 7 months. So perfect timing for him. For me, I cycle my rabbits once they get to be about 2 years of age. I send them out of here, y'all. Time to go. Time for some fresh rabbits, because I want to make sure that I keep a good breeding line. If I have a rabbit that is mean, likes to bite, I have a no bite policy on my homestead. You bite me, I bite you. If I have a rabbit that will not lift, if I've tried to breed her 3 or 4 times and she won't lift, then okay, y'all, time to roll out. Or if I have a rabbit that is aging out, then it's time to go. Also, I have sometimes had to cull a rabbit, especially if you have one that has gotten sick or injured. I don't want to, you know, keep a rabbit that's miserable, has a very bad injury or a very bad illness. I'm going to go ahead and cull that rabbit. And later on, I will be putting a video out about when to cull your rabbit. Another thing too, if you ever have a rabbit that has multiple false pregnancies, she's got to go, y'all, because there may be a genetic issue with that rabbit, or perhaps she's not able to produce the hormones that she needs in order to have successful breeding, or to have a successful what we call kindling, which is where the rabbit has babies. If you have a rabbit who is, you know, eating her babies, or you know, causing harm to her litter, sometimes I would give them a second chance. But I've never had to experience that. But if I was to have a rabbit that was eating her babies, for me, that would mean that there may be a protein deficiency, and perhaps she needs some type of vitamin supplement to improve her so that she doesn't do that. Or if I have one that just intentionally is, you know, destroying her babies, then, you know, she have to go, y'all. Let's see if we can get a third one here, y'all. Sometimes after a while, oh, number 3. All right, time to remove her. Now, on occasion, I will have some rabbits where after one breeding, they're like, okay, I'm done. You know, so if they start wanting to chase around the buck and mount the buck, or wanting to bite the buck and try to harm him, then, you know, definitely go ahead and take them out. I'm going to take her out here in a second. But one thing about this rabbit here, I've had her, like I say, for 1.5 years. She lets me know when she wants to breed. This girl will tear her cage up. She continuously knocks her feet out, flips a water bowl over. Oh, she acts out, y'all. And when she does that, I know, honey bun, it's time to roll, okay? But being that it is winter time, I really don't like to take care of babies in the winter because I'm not a winter person and I don't like cold. I don't like them outside, y'all. But, you know, but we've had crazy weather here lately. It is Kentucky. And hopefully in March, when this, you know, when it's time for her to have her babies, hopefully the weather won't be too bad. If it is, I'll move her inside the shed. All right, y'all. So I just wanted to show you guys that and hope you learned something for today. Please leave me some comments if you'd like to. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments section. I'd be glad to answer those for you. And I hope you will have some babies soon. All right, y'all. At day 27 is when I will put the nest box in. So I'll go ahead and write down the breed, who it is that I bred, and of course, you know, definitely what day. I also like to write down day 27 because that is when you're supposed to put the nest box in here with the straw or hay, if you guys want to put hay. And hopefully around day 30, we'll have some babies. I have had rabbits that have taken 38 days before they kindle, but usually I will leave the box in for 45 days just to be safe, okay? Sometimes I can tell when a rabbit's pregnant and sometimes I can't. Sometimes they'll look completely normal and pop out 12, 13 babies, y'all. You have to also remember that rabbits have 8 tits. So if you have a rabbit that has 9 babies, there may be one that may not get as much food as the rest or as much milk. If I have a rabbit that has 12, 13 babies, oh no. Hopefully I've had a second rabbit that I bred at the same time. And I have had where I've necessarily had to foster a rabbit. So if I have one that had, like, let's say only 5 kits, and I had one that had 13, well, guess what? Several of those kits are going over to the other mama, so they can foster and they will feed the other babies once you put them into their nest box. Just want to make sure that the rabbits are about the same age. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good day. Bye. I want to show y'all something real quick. Get back, Bubs. I see him. Yes, I do. But a lot of times when we breed, you'll see the rabbits in the adjacent cages go absolutely bananas because they want to breed too. But unfortunately, she's not going to get bred today. I'm going to breed one of my other chinchillas. I'm going to breed her to my New Zealand white because he's proven, and that will be her first breeding. Not this one that you see, but it's another one that I've got right next to her. So yeah, sometimes when you breed them, man, all the rest of them will be like, yeah, buddy, I want some too, y'all. All right, let me get her out of the cage, y'all, and get her back home. Y'all take care.